Hi everyone, I'm so glad you are here today. My name is Maybelline and I'm a business coach who helps everyday people build an online business through social media to generate you leads without the need of going after friends or family or do cold calls. It will be done in a smarter and fast-free way. In today's 45 minutes session, we will be sharing with you an overview of our business model, the power of leverage, who is suitable for this business, why this business will work for you, hearing live from people running this business on their journey and experiences, and lastly, how to get you started. So, ladies and gentlemen, let me ask you this. What would an extra $1,000 to $3,000 a month mean for your family? For me, it meant being able to say yes to family time, yes to spontaneous holidays with my kids, and yes to peace of mind. You only need to have a smartphone and to spend about 2 hours a day to start this business. It's a side gig. We will maximize pockets of our time throughout the day to run this business. It can be done during commuting, your waiting time, lunch hour, or when your kids are in school or asleep at night. And hi, this is me. My name Maybelline Goh, and I'm from Singapore. A mom to two kids. I was once working in the corporate world for 13 years. I thought that was the only path for stability and success. However, after becoming a mom, I realized I needed flexibility and more control over my time. More so when my son was diagnosed with leukemia, I realized at that point it was impossible for me to be taking care of my child and keeping my job both at the same time due to the limited number of leaves I can take from work. I didn't want to keep asking for permission to be present for my kids. That is when I went on a journey to look for a plan B and eventually started this online business. And next, please allow me to bring on my co-host Irene Chua to share with y'all more about her journey too. Over to you, Irene.
Thank you, Maybelline. Hello, everyone. I am a mother of three young kids from Singapore and a digital business mentor. I was working in the banking and financial industry for 13 years before I switched online. Work was stressful, family planning had to take a backseat because of having no work-life balance. I had two miscarriages, and hence I made the decision to leave my corporate career even after a long-awaited promotion. I became a financial consultant thinking that it would give me the flexibility and the work-life balance that I crave for. Yes, I had the flexibility I wanted, and I conceived after a 1 year rest. I delivered my second child in 2023, and you will think, wow, life is good. You got all you wanted. But actually, I was crying during my confinement. I realized that that was not flexibility that I had. It was actually compromise and sacrifices. I felt empty because I was scared. I'm not able to meet clients face to face as I'll be busy with my newborn. How about Zoom? I feel having a crying baby in the midst of my meeting. So how? Become a stay-at-home mommy? Then I will lose my earning power. Go back to work? Then I will lose all the time with my precious little one. So what was my solution? Starting this online business in July 2023 after my confinement to stop choosing between earning and being there for my family. The next thing is this business real? Absolutely. Let me share just a few personal examples. I could apply for Working Mother Basic Subsidy under Early Childhood Development Agency, EGDA. I was able to put my second child to childcare and able to claim for the subsidy. It was approved. I can enjoy this subsidy like any corporate working moms. Who doesn't like a little discount to the school fees, right? I was also able to successfully submit claims for government paid leave under the childcare leave scheme. The corporate employees get 6 days of childcare leave from their companies. Me, as a self employed, I can claim from my childcare leave in the form of cash based on my income. So how did I do the above? Because I officially filed my income tax as a self-employed individual with the Inland Revenue Authority of Singapore, IRAS. So these are not casual claims. They are government-regulated processes that require solid proof of income and self-employment. The fact that I could provide documentation through my online business and be recognized by agencies like EGDA and IRAS shows clearly that this business is legitimate. It is not just an idea or a side hustle. It is a recognized source of income that supports families and qualifies for the same benefits as a traditional job. I mean, let's be real. Corporate life drains us. We face challenges every day. We always, trading time for money. We go to work, we get off work, and then we get back home. The routine repeats and we get our salary at the end of the month. Even if we work harder, we don't always get rewarded. The worst part, we lose so much precious family time. Many people I speak to feel stuck. They want flexibility, but also want to contribute financially. That is the gap we are trying to fill here.
Exactly, Irene. And the world has changed. The online business space is booming, and technology has made it easier than ever to start building something from home. Starting an online business means investing into automation. And by bringing your business online, it operates 24/7 across the globe. Automation will reduce your working hours, allowing you to prioritize your family and yourself. Social media lets you reach a global audience. And with AI-focused advertising, your business will reach the right people without the constant effort, allowing you to work smarter. This one-to-many approach means you don't have to meet people individually over sales call, unlike a traditional business. This then allows you to scale your business to ensure long-term sustainability, and you can grow your income without constantly putting in more time. And as a business owner, one of my main concerns is market saturation. With an internet-based business, the whole wide world can be your target market, and you are not restricting yourself to only local markets. With AI, automation, and social media advertising, we can now work smarter, not harder. Imagine using just 2 hours a day to start building a flexible stream of income. Working online is now made easy with our system in place.
Absolutely, Maybelline. The model we use comes in two simple parts. One, all-in-one training and mentorship program. Two, collaboration with global partners. Sounds simple, right? Let's break them down shortly.
So part one, our all-in-one training and mentorship program. This is where most people start. The all-in-one mentorship program includes structured web-based training, personal one-to-one mentorship, automated system, and resources for you to tap on. Plus, having our back-end tech team to help you run your email marketing campaign and set up your business website. So even if you are not savvy, you are covered. You will not have to worry about having no experience, as you will come in first to learn before doing the actual running of the online business. You will learn how to use storytelling to build your personal brand and how to run social media ads to bring in leads. No chasing friends or family, no cold calls. With the business 80% made ready for you, you only need to focus on the 20% by using social media content and advertising to create awareness and generating your business pipelines.
Yes, and the second part is where it gets exciting. Apart from training, we also provide you with the avenue to earn concurrently. To answer the question, do you need your own business idea or product to start? No, you don't need to. We have selected a few global partners to work with that will draw your multiple streams of income to maximize your earnings big enough to replace your corporate job. How does it sound for you, ladies and gentlemen? These partners come in with a solid compensation plan to provide us the commission that can maximize our earnings here. We will be able to draw up to 4 income streams in this single platform. Now, I want to address the multi-level marketing MLM stigma right here. I used to have the stigma too, but it is not MLM itself that is the problem. It is the way how it is done. While there may be similarities to MLM, this is not a MLM scheme. There are 3 main things right here that we do differently. 1, we don't approach friends or families to sell. 2, there's no sales quota to maintain every month. 3, this is a system that rewards hardworking people. We pay people who put in effort. We don't chase friends and family. We don't do home demos. Instead, we use social media advertising and AI tools to attract leads. That's the new and effective way.
Power of leverage. How your network is your net worth. And here's a simple comparison. In a job, if you are paid $100 for working 10 hours a day, you work an entire month just to earn $3,000. That's linear income. However, with leverage, you can use lesser time to achieve more. For example, if we work with a group of 5 like-minded people and each person puts in 2 hours, and that is still equivalent to 10 hours worth of effort to complete the same job. And with this, no one is burning out. We still get paid the same $100 each. That is how we eventually create time freedom without losing earning power by working smarter.
I really love that, Maybelline. And this business is for people who are tired of trading hours for a fixed paycheck. It is for people who want both income and more family time. It is also for beginners who are not tech savvy. And it is for open-minded learners willing to commit just 2 hours a day to grow a side gig. We start building this business from a part-time basis, and gradually, when the income we draw here becomes sustainable or surpasses our corporate jobs, we will have more options for ourselves. We can then decide to reduce hours in our full-time job or run this business full-time, creating more quality time for ourselves and stop trading time and health to earn an income. And this works because the system is proven for thousands of everyday people in our global community. You get personal mentorship and community support. We use automation and AI so you don't have to do everything manually. And the risk is minimal compared to a traditional business.
And these are some of the people who have left their jobs. Some have started contributing to their families in meaningful ways, and others are now enjoying the flexibility to travel while earning. This is the power of this platform. And now it's time to hear from real people, their real stories in the next segment.
Wow, I'm excited. Let's welcome these 7 business partners to share with us their journey. First up, we have Swan. She will be sharing how she started this online business while managing a full-time job and caring for her 2 babies under the age of 2. A journey that eventually empowered her to leave her 15-year career as an Asia regional design manager at a multinational company. Swan, please.
Hello everyone, my name is Swan. Never did I imagine that an introvert homebody like me could ever build and run my own business from home. I'm just an ordinary woman from a small town in Malaysia and a former full-time design manager at MNC in Singapore. I worked very hard, poured my heart into my job, and unknowingly became a workaholic. There were countless nights I stayed late at the office, working overnight without extra pay, and slowly I lost myself in the busyness of the corporate world. Before I knew it, 15 years had flown by. Then I became a mom and everything changed. More than anything, I wanted to be there for every milestone. the first smile, first clap, first step, and all the school activities. Childhood only happens once, and I knew I didn't want to miss it. So, when I came across this online business, I had just returned from my maternity leave. Even though I was an introvert with no background and no experience, I took my very first step into building the first business of my life alongside my full-time job. Thanks to this online business, my dream became reality. I resigned from my full-time job, became a stay-at-home mom, fully present for my babies, and earning multiple five figures income, all while working only in pockets of time, juggling business and mom duties, with no parents, sibling helpers, or nanny to lean on. So, if you are an introvert and workaholic like me, stuck in the corporate world for years, and still haven't reached your dreams, today is the perfect time to explore a new path. Because dreams really do come true when we have the courage to pursue them. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Swan. You are not ordinary at all. You're a super mom. You show us that with courage and consistency, it is possible to rewrite your story even as an introvert.
I'm an introvert too, by the way. All right, next up, we have Xiao Quan, a father of two and a former accounting manager with over 20 years of corporate experience. He shifted gears, left the corporate track, and kickstarted this online business while driving as a private hire driver. Xiao Quan, please.
Okay, thank you, Maybelline. Hi, I'm Xiao Quan. I am a working dad in my 40s, a husband and a father of two amazing kids. For most of my life, I thought I was doing what a responsible man should do, working hard, providing for my family, and climbing the corporate ladder. But along the way, I realized something. I was losing time with my kids, time with my wife, and time for myself. I was constantly torn between work, family responsibilities, and even my own health. Being an accountant profession, I've been there, working late nights, weekends, and yes, even taking Zoom calls during vacations. In the office, I was caught in the middle. Pressure from senior management and demands from the team below. Some days, it felt like I was firefighting from morning till night. And here's the truth. No matter how hard I worked, my career hit a ceiling. My salary was fixed, promotions were rare, and the increments barely covered the cost of living. I even tried finding ways to earn extra income, but nothing seemed to work. What really broke me was that I missed out on my children's lives, their stories, their laughter, and the precious bonding time with them. I come home exhausted, and even when I was physically there, my mind was still at work. I was becoming a stranger in my own home. Then my body forced me to stop. I was diagnosed with anxiety. The stress was eating me alive. I lost my patience quickly, even with my kids. That was the moment I knew something had to change. While searching for a way out, I came across this digital business. At first, I thought it was just probably another online thing, but I decided to take a closer look. I watched the videos, joined the calls, and asked every tough question I could think of. And then I realized it wasn't just about the money, it was about freedom. Freedom to work from anywhere, freedom to choose my own hours, and freedom to be there for the people who matter most to me. So I jumped in. Today, I'm building something of my own. I'm present for my kids, and I'm finally living the life in my own terms. If you're like me, caught between work, family, and life pressures, maybe it's time to ask yourself, is it time to jump in?
Thank you for your sharing, Xiao Quan. It is definitely not easy, and I am sure all of us can relate to Xiao Quan's journey. Taking the big step to choose a path that gave him more time with his family and control over his future.
Yes. Thank you so much, Xiao Quan, for sharing. And coming up next, we have Jeline. She started working right after her O-levels And despite decades in the corporate world, she was often defined by her paper qualifications. In just 2 years into building this business, she transformed from a full-time working mom to a true mompreneur. Today, her biggest bosses are none other than her 2 kids, and she is proud to be present for them every day. Jaline, for you to share.
Hi everyone, I'm Jaline from Singapore, a mother of 2 school-going children. I started this business in 2021 when I was feeling overwhelmed, like a candle burning from both ends while juggling work and family. In the end, I had to make a hard choice choosing between the two and decided to prioritize my children first and tendered my resignation from my full-time job back then. While I was serving my 2-month notice, I started looking for options outside another regular job. Because in case you don't know, like what Irene said, I only hold an O-level certification. So honestly, all these years, I have been feeling shortchanged because it didn't matter how capable or experienced I was, as my pay range will always be decided and kept by the payroll framework within the corporate world. And it didn't help that I was already in my 40s. We all know that as we age, it gets harder to find and secure a job. So that was when I started building this business. And 2 years into it, I earned my first 5-figure income, an amount that I'll never be able to earn from the corporate world, even if I work really, really hard for many, many years. So to all of you who are listening in, don't let your paper qualifications or age determine your worth, because you are worth more than that. This business has shown me that it doesn't validate or qualify us based on our paper certifications or age. So if I, someone in my 40s, holding just an O-level cert, can still start and thrive in this business, you can too. That's all for my sharing. Thank you. Back to you, Irene.
Thank you so much for sharing, Jaline. Absolutely, we are worth more than our age or even our paper qualifications, because paper qualifications really isn't everything. And I love how Jaline has transitioned from a burnt-out, desk-bound mummy to a striving stay-at-home mompreneur. Thank you so much, Jaline.
I love Jolene sharing as well. Totally can relate to her. And next up, let's welcome our next panelist to share, Apple, an accountant who's running this online business alongside her full-time job. How she started out as a young single mom juggling her day job with multiple side hustle in order to raise her daughter. And today, she has built this digital business that gives her more time, freedom, and family moments. Apple, please share.
Thank you so much. Hi everyone, I'm Apple. So at 18, I became a single mom, and back then it was just myself raising my daughter alone. So being the sole breadwinner for the home, I need to survive. I worked a full-time accounting job plus 7 freelance bookkeeping. Can you imagine a day job with 7 freelance? There's only 7 days a week, and I work all 7 days. No pause, because I have no capability to say, no, I need to bring the money back to raise my child. And at first, I thought that doing all this means that working hard, bring the money back is being responsible, because I choose to give birth to her. I need to give her the best. I need to raise her up. But over time, the burnout hits me really hard. I was exhausted. I feel breathless, the tightness in my chest, and I realized that even though I put in all my effort, almost everything I could, I miss out on her whole life. I miss out her childhood. I have to put her in childcare and put her in nanny. And that was really a wake-up call for me. A moment where she told me that, Mommy, I can't feel you even though you're at home. Because every time when I'm at home, I will on my laptop and be on my freelance accounting. I knew that I could no longer trade all my time for money. I need a smarter, a more flexible way to earn. And that was a moment that I started exploring. I found this digital business. It was like grabbing into a lifeline. And what furthermore gave me hope is that even people like me, being very ordinary, have no background, no extra time, I could learn and build this business step by step with the automations running behind the back. I don't need to be physically always there. And today, I no longer work that 7 freelance. Bye-bye to them. And I get to be present for my family. I enjoy outing. I do annual planning. and yet my business is there running in the background, earning for me. If you're feeling stuck today, just like how I once was, I want you to know that there's always a better path at the other end. Sometimes all it takes is that a little bit more courage to create that big shift in your life. 加油!
Dear Apple, don't you all agree that she is a living proof that determination and grit can open new doors? I'm inspired. Thank you so much, Apple, for your sharing.
I am inspired too. Thank you so much, Apple. And next, let's welcome Richard, a young professional in his 30s, to share why he chose to start this online business. As a senior engineer, he is building his business alongside his full-time job, driven by a desire to create something more meaningful beyond his 9 to 5. Okay, Richard, over to you.
Thank you, Irene. Hi everyone, I'm Richard from Singapore. I'm working full-time in the tech industry. Like many, I followed the traditional path, study hard and get a stable job. I'm grateful for everything I have learned in my career, but at some point I felt something was missing. I wanted something that I could truly call my own, something that gave me not just stability, but also growth, purpose, and possibilities beyond the 9 to 5. For a long time, I kept delaying the idea, procrastinating. I told myself, maybe later, when things are more stable, or when I have more time. By then, I realized there's no such thing as the perfect time or the right moment. If I don't take action, nothing will change. So, while maintaining my full-time job, I took action to start a side hustle, to build something meaningful that could grow over time, give me more choices, and allow me to better support the people I care about. If my story resonates with you and you would like to find out more, it's never too late to start. Better late than never. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Richard, for sharing your journey. Yes, better late than never. And there is no perfect time. I'm certain with each step, you are working towards a future that is filled with greater flexibility and purpose. Thank you, Richard, again.
Right, and next, let's welcome Zimei. She used to shuffle between Malaysia and Singapore just to visit her aging parents. Always tied to a rigid 9 to 6 and needing to apply for leave. After 10 years as a senior sales admin officer, she started her online business while working full-time. Today, Zimei is a full-time mom running a portable business, working from anywhere and enjoying the freedom she once only dreamed of. Over to you, Zimei.
Thank you, Mabel. Hello, everyone. I'm May. 4 years ago, I was a new mom, working full-time, and that was during COVID. I remember juggling work, my newborn, and having to maintain my work performance. The mom's guilt was so strong because I could not be there for my daughter. I knew if I keep going this way, I would miss out all the important milestones as she grew up. So I decided to go online and I learned something new. I started building this online business on the sites in the early morning, late nights, or even during my commute to the office. Just 2 hours a day and using my pocket of free times. By the age of 39, I was able to say goodbye to my full-time job. Fast forward to today, I'm a stay-at-home mom and I have been able to replace my 10 years corporate income and double the salary I once earned. And most of all, I'm grateful that I can be a present mom for my daughter and still have the flexibility to go back to my hometown to visit my parents. And yes, with this portable business, I can even travel around. Money can always be earned, but the times with our loved one, those moments are priceless. That's why I choose to make a change. And today, you have the same choice too. Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready. Thank you so much, Zimei. It's so inspiring to hear someone like Zimei retiring from her corporate at 39. That is like 25 years ahead from the usual retirement age. How awesome is that? Thank you for sharing with us your amazing journey, and I am sure all of us want to be like you. In fact, Zimei travels so much now that we sometimes can't even catch her in Singapore.
Wow, Zimei, I am absolutely ready and more than ready. And last but not least, let's welcome Belle. She has explored nearly every online business model out there, from traditional selling to affiliate marketing and e-commerce. Once a stay-at-home mom, now an earn-at-home mom. She's here to share why this business finally gave her the freedom and sustainability she was searching for after years of juggling time-consuming ventures with little return. Belle, for you to share, please.
Hello everyone, I'm excited to be here. And first of all, congratulations to you for taking time of your busy day to choose yourself, to choose this business, and to be open in learning and growing. Because honestly, this business has completely changed my life. Hello, my name is Belle, a stay-at-home mom of two, and a digital business coach from Singapore. Like many, I was stuck in a corporate grind for many years and have tried many side hustle. E-commerce, drop shipping, affiliate marketing, direct selling. You have heard of it? I did it. But nothing was sustainable. They took too much of my time, gave little returns, and put me away from my family. My turning point came when I was 37 weeks pregnant with my second child in 2023. I was at my lowest, and I knew I had to find ways to be financially independent and still be present for my kids. However, the past businesses that I have tried can never give me the balance. That's when I discovered this business. What stood out to me is the automated system, strong mentorship, and a supportive community. There's no selling, no chasing family and friends, and no long hours. Most importantly, the freedom to build it alongside my life. There's no right time to start. For me, I started this business during my confinement period, and everything shifted. Within 11 months, I hit my first 5-figure income, and this isn't a get quick rich scheme. It grew as I stayed consistent and plugged into the system. Fast forward to today, 2 years in, not only I have surpassed my income goals of 5 figures, I've built life of freedom, flexibility, and confidence. I love what I do and I no longer live in fear or dependency. Instead, I get to be present with my kids every day while showing them what independence and resilience look like. So, if you're watching this right now and wondering if it's real, I was once exactly where you are. I was skeptical. I even watched the webinar twice just to be sure. But today, 2 years later, I can say with confidence that this business is real. It has completely transformed my life and it can be life-changing if you're willing to take that leap too. Today, I'm not just a stay-at-home mom, I'm an earn-from-home mom. If I can do it, so can you.
Thank you so much, Belle. I love that confidence that you have and you are glowing. Thank you for sharing how this business has allowed you to build sustainably, create income, and still be fully present for your children. It is good to know that you're doing well with our set of system.
Thank you so much for our panelists for taking time right today to share with us your journey. And ladies and gentlemen, I guess by now you might be curious what is next. All right, if whatever we shared today resonates with you and sounds like something that you want to take the leap of faith to learn more, to explore, yes, you can proceed to sign up at a one-time fee of USD 149 and receive a 30 days evaluation.
Yes, and I want to leave you with this thought. Your future self will thank you for the decision you make today. If you're ready, click the link to sign up and get immediate access. You will go through a safe and secure payment, after which we will invite you to our global community and get exclusive access to our 2 hours worth of video to deep dive into our business model, strategies, compensation plan, and global partners that we are working with. After watching the 2 hours video, people can decide to invest and start or ask for a refund within 30 days. So we make it risk-free for you to evaluate the entire business model before you decide if you like to commit to start this business. We are ready to give yourself a chance to explore what is possible outside a traditional 9-to-5 career. Click on the link to sign up for our 30 days trial to explore further. The longer you wait, the longer you stay stuck. Why not start exploring your plan B now?
Some of you may be thinking, why do you need to pay to get access to our business plan? Well, the reason is simple. Because this is part of our automation to sieve out genuine people so that we spend our time on people who are serious in knowing about the entire business plan. This is how we protect our space to work smarter, not harder like a job. If you imagine I have to spend 2 hours with every prospect individually to explain and talk about the whole business plan, I won't have much time for myself left, considering the number of inquiries I get each day. Then this will make no difference from a job, right? Because I still have to trade a fixed amount of time to earn. Like for example, if today I want to start a franchise with Starbucks, I can't be walking in the outlet to ask to see the entire business plan like that, and then decide immediately if I want to start the Starbucks franchise or not. There ought to be some system and process in place to share and learn things in a proper manner.
Yes, and starting a business is no small matter. So we give people the space to evaluate and decide if they want to start it or not without hard selling. If after learning about our entire business plan, you feel this is not what we can help you with, simply ask for a full refund. And ladies and gentlemen, you have absolutely nothing to lose here, except taking your time to check out a life-changing opportunity which has transformed thousands of lives, and you could be the next one.
World has changed and opportunities are only for people who dare to adapt, take action. Are you one of them? So once again, thank you so much for spending your time with us today. Remember, nothing changes unless we take action. If this speaks to you, we'd love to welcome you into our community, guide you to the right path to success. Take care, everyone, and see you on the inside. Bye.